Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is Coach Crene. I am your life coach that specializes in helping women who have and suffer from autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses. And yesterday I jumped on real quick because I was out enjoying the sunshine on a wonderful fall day in Ohio. The sun was shining, it was in the 60s, and the same day was today. So I thought I was going to talk about seasonal affective disorder, which some people call SAD. And that is a type of depression that's triggered by the change in seasons. And it usually gets worse in the late fall or early winter when the sunny days start to get smaller and smaller. Sometimes people just say they have the winter blues. And it's normal to feel down during the colder months for most people. But today I had a very unique experience that hasn't happened to me in quite a long time. I had a lunch date. It was a business lunch that I had, and I was offered to have that by Zoom or to meet out in person. And because I knew it was going to be such a wonderful day today with the sun shining, the autumn leaves, and fall is my favorite season, by the way, irrespective of seasonal affect disorder or, wintertime blues. Fall is my favorite season. So I opted to have the business meeting in person. And we went to a place where we could actually sit outside. It had to be every bit of 66 degrees, which is a little unusual this late in the fall here in Ohio. So I was dressed very casual. I had on casual shoes. I didn't have on a heel. And as I was walking up to meet this person, because I had never met this person before, and we shook hands and we decided we were going to get something to eat at different places because it was more or less a food court. And so as I was walking back to the table with my drink and my food, the person asked me, they said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Sure. I mean, I'm fine." And I did. I felt fine. I thought that, my attitude was fine. There was nothing that was bothering me. And she said, "Well, I noticed that you were limping a little bit." She asked me if I hurt my foot. She said, "Did you hurt your foot?" And so I just kind of smiled a little bit. And as we sat down, and we talked a little bit, and I told her, I said, "No." I said, "No, I didn't hurt my foot." But I said, "This is the time of year where I actually have problems with my joints. And I do have some issues. And it's actually not my foot, it's my ankle. My ankle gives me the blues in the fall and wintertime because I have an issue with that due to the lupus." And I explained that to her. But what I found was interesting because no one has said that to me in a long time. It seems like years ago, people used to ask me a lot if I was limping, and because I've lived with it for so long, and because my body has adjusted to it for so long, I don't notice it. I honestly do not notice it unless someone else does. And oftentimes I'm limping not necessarily because it hurts or I'm in a certain amount of pain, but it's mostly just because, you know, I can't put the full weight on my ankle because it pops. And again, it's just something that I completely ignore until someone brings it to my attention. So I had a really great conversation with that person, and they told me, they shared with me that their mother was recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And so, I think that these are timely messages that you can see things happening to those of us who live with chronic illness. Autoimmune diseases are considered chronic illnesses. And I can go down a laundry list of them, whether it's Crohn's disease, scleroderma, rheumatoid arthritis, sarcoidosis, even multiple sclerosis. And unfortunately, a lot of the symptoms mimic one another. So, again, I just wanted to reach out and let people know that seasonal affective disorder or SAD is extremely common. About 5% of adults in the United States experience SAD. And, if you have a mood disorder or a major depressive disorder, you should be seeing a mental health professional. And also, you need to just make sure that you have a very strong support system and surround yourself with people. And I know that, with us just coming back outside, like I mentioned yesterday, after being locked up because of COVID, there can be some challenges even in that. So if you're feeling sad or if you're feeling depressed most of the day, if you have extreme fatigue and lack of energy, if you have trouble concentrating, you might just want to check yourself. Particularly people whom you're around quite often, your family members. I have had this discussion with I have two boys, two young boys that are still in the house, and I've had this discussion with my husband as well, that if I'm, acting beyond my normal weird, or if I'm acting in a way that is, that they notice that's just not my normal, that it's okay to say something. And it's okay not to be okay. Like I said, the change in seasons, and the change in the weather can cause a lot of problems with people who suffer from autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses. So I just wanted to come on here really quick. I knew that I wasn't going to stay on long. And I just wanted to let you all know that if anything that I've said to you has resonated with you, please reach out to me at the link that you see scrolling below, and maybe we could sit down and have a chat about it. Because again, somebody that I've never met today, just asked me how I was feeling. She noticed I was limping, and we had a wonderful conversation about her mother, who was recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. And I just wanted to let you all know that we can talk anytime you want to. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to log back in. I think I'm going to do a 5-day series on SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and how it affects those with chronic illnesses. So please click on the link below if you want to know more or if you want to have a conversation. I will talk to you all tomorrow.